I'm Evan Fuchs. Today we're going to talk about vision and mission statements and how you can use them to get yourself where you want to go, both professionally and personally. Some people are totally allergic to business planning. They hear those words and they shut down. That's really a shame, because when you have a place that you're operating your business from in terms of a plan, that gives you control of where you're going, whereas the opposite is true. When you don't have a plan, you kind of get what you get. So let's talk about building a vision for your business. We are talking about business, but I like to start on the personal side with a personal mission statement. The reason for that is there's a big blurry line, especially for us as realtors, between life and business. You want to have balance between life and business, obviously, that's healthy, but the fact is they go together. Think of your lifestyle. Putting food on the table, putting a roof over your head, going on vacation, sending the kids to college. Your business affords you to be able to do those things. So, like it or not, they're tied. It makes sense to start with the personal mission statement, because that way you're paying yourself first. You're doing the right things. Okay, so what is a mission statement and how do you write one? First of all, keep in mind that there's no correct form. This is something that's for you. You can do it any way that you like, whatever makes you happy. I like the analogy of using the U.S. Constitution, in that it's the supreme law of the land. It wasn't written overnight. It doesn't change very often, although it can be amended. And it really just provides a framework for everything that comes after it. Approaching a personal mission statement in the same way can get you the same results. Okay, so let's get started. And remember, form doesn't matter. You can write out paragraphs. You can make a bulleted list, either way. You're not going to get graded. Nobody's looking over your shoulder. Just start by asking yourself some questions. For example, what are some key principles that are important to you in your life? This can be anything from honesty to helping people. Maybe you're dedicated to lifelong learning. These are things that are true to you no matter what. No matter what the economy is like, what business you're in, these are those fundamental truths that don't change. When everything's going well and you're at your best, what would you be doing? If your mom was watching, what would you be doing? If your kids were watching? And when you get in the flow of answering these kind of questions, I think you'll find that they start to flow naturally. That's when you want to capture that stuff, write it down, and that will be the basis for your mission statement. You can refer back to them later, and it's particularly helpful to refer to your mission statement when you're looking at difficult life decisions or business decisions, or when you get stuck. You can use your mission statement as your guide. Okay, so now that we're on our way with a personal mission statement, let's circle back to building a vision for your business. Just to check myself, I went to the source of all things, Wikipedia, and I looked up mission statement, and here's what Wikipedia had to say. A statement of the purpose of a company and organization. It should guide the actions of the organization, spell out its overall goal, provide a sense or direction, and guide decision-making. It provides the framework or context within which the company's strategies are formulated. So again, we're talking about framework, but now we're on the business side. By way of example, let's start with a problem in business and business planning, and then we'll work backwards towards the vision to see how we can apply it. We have so many realtors that are out there hoping to be all things to all people and trying to appeal to everyone at once, probably for fear of missing something. And unfortunately, what ends up happening is they never really connect with anybody in a genuine way while trying to appeal to everyone. That's not good for business, and it's not a lot of fun. A much more effective way to approach your business is to think about your ideal client. Who do you want to work with? Keep in mind that people who like each other tend to be like each other. So if you can appeal and connect to your ideal client, before long, you'll be working with their friends and family, and you'll be working with more of that ideal client. So it really makes sense when you're building your vision, why not start with that question, who's my ideal client? So then you want to continue with a similar set of questions like you did in building a personal mission statement. What do you want to be known for? Here's a good thing to do. Think of an agent or a broker that you have a lot of respect for, and ask yourself what traits do they have that attract you to them. That might be a good place to start. What's important to you? When you think of what you want to be known for, think of it this way. If you have a client that you worked with that says to one of their friends, hey, before you make a move, you've got to talk to my realtor, and that client asks them why, what's so great about your realtor, what would you want them to say? That's a good way to kind of establish what you want to be known for. Ask yourself, what are your strengths? Continue with these kind of questions just like you did with your personal mission statement, and they'll start to flow. And what happens here is you start to get a good idea of the future sense of your business. That's where the vision comes from. Once you can see your future business, then you can go into the planning stage, which is to set goals, then create strategies around those goals and tactics to carry them out. And once you've done that, that, my friend, is a business plan. If you've read Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, you're familiar with the concept of begin with the end in mind. And that's really what you want to do here, is start with the end, a top-down approach. You start with the end, what does the end look like? And then go back and say, how do I get there? Okay, so let's review. Remember, pay yourself first by starting with your personal mission statement before moving on to building the vision for your real estate business. Ask yourself what's important to you on a personal level. What do you stand for? What do you want to be known for? Then move on to your business with similar questions. What do you want to be known for? What's important to you? What do you stand for? Then move into goals, tactics, and strategies to get you where you want to go. Begin with the end in mind, start at the end, then go back to the beginning and make your plan.